A real character.
They make us laugh.
Loving and loyal. He's just such fun.
Such a cool mate.
Adorable and beautiful.
You just get so much love back.
If I could get rid of one of the children, I'd have another one tomorrow.
Somewhere out there is definitely the perfect retired racing greyhound for you, and the Retired Greyhound Trust can help you find your dog. Whether you're young or not so young, incredibly active or take life a bit slower, whether you live alone or with a partner or have children or other animals, or whether you have particular needs, there's just the right dog who wants to make your home his home, who really wants your companionship, and who, in return, will give you his, and a lot more besides. As a breed, greyhounds love people, and because retired racing greyhounds have been handled by people since their earliest days as puppies, they're so easy to look after. They're also wonderfully clean dogs. They hardly shed any fur and they don't slobber. And this is of course especially important to families with children. And because you're taking on an adult dog who's through that destructive puppy stage, you're very unlikely to have your home chewed or messed up. But the sofas might well get commandeered. Welcome to the fastest couch potato on the planet. Forget the myths, because they are just that, myths. For a start, greyhounds are not aggressive. These gentle, intuitive, sensitive and loving dogs just want to be part of a pack. And that pack can contain cats, other dogs, small or large and of any breed, rabbits, guinea pigs, you name it, greyhounds don't mind. But humans are without doubt top of their list of favourite companions. And greyhounds do not need lots of exercise. That's another myth. Yes, they can reach the most amazing speeds, but it's all about short bursts followed by very long rests. And that's what this is all about. Giving a home to a dog who has earned his rest, and who will make a wonderful, loyal and loving companion. And just a couple of 20-minute walks a day will do him fine. For more than 1,000 years, and originally bred to hunt, which they do by sight rather than scent, greyhounds have astonished humans with their speed, and especially with their acceleration. Amongst the fastest animals on the planet, greyhounds can reach speeds in excess of 40 miles an hour from standing in about only 4 seconds. These dogs bring huge pleasure to people in their millions all around the globe, racegoers, punters, bookies, trainers and owners alike, and are at the centre of a major industry. They love racing and they give their all, but when age or injury slow them down or stop them doing it, their future can be uncertain. It's estimated that 9,000 racing greyhounds retire every year in the UK alone, and all they want is a home. And that's where you could come in, and the Retired Greyhound Trust can find just the right dog for you. It's many people's view that a dog changes a house into a home, and since 1974, the Retired Greyhound Trust, or RGT, has been very successfully finding just the right dogs for a huge range of home situations. This family, for example, contains 2 retired racing greyhounds, Liam and Dave, and 3 children who can be very boisterous. Like all greyhounds, Liam and Dave enjoy their rest, which they get with parents Henrietta and Ian, but they also love playtime. By responding in just the right way to humans of all ages, greyhounds make the perfect family pet. And it's by no means just Liam and Dave's owners who think this.
They have an incredibly placid nature. There's absolutely no malice in any greyhound I've ever met, and I would honestly recommend them as a pet.
If ever anyone questioned whether there really is a greyhound to suit any situation, Dave and Sarah's home answers it. Their 2 greyhounds, the old man Ken and the much younger and rather flirty Kyphe, live with 11 cats, an old border collie and 2 guinea pigs, not to mention the children. Kian, Dave and Sarah's son, has medical conditions which mean that an absolutely clean and healthy environment is essential, and that makes the non-slobbering and hardly molting nature of the greyhounds very important. The dogs also help Kian in a number of other ways, which demonstrate their intuitive sensitivity and their empathy with human companions.
Kian's learnt to stroke. We use the dogs as part of his hand function physiotherapy because they are a very patient and very loving and tolerant animal. They are more content to lie next to him and allow him the time to spread his hands out and to move through their fur.
They are perfect, they really are. There's nothing but love in them.
It's not just their empathy and rapport with humans of all ages that make greyhounds such good family pets. They're also very adaptable and will settle very happily into any home. This, for example, is Trigger, who lives with Norinda and Steve. Now, they both work full-time, but this causes no problem whatsoever as far as having Trigger as a family member is concerned. Nor does it for parents Jay and Melissa, who also work full-time, or sons Montel and Darcy, who are at school all day. Spike is their family dog, and Jay was very clear about why he chose a retired racing greyhound.
I wanted a dog that didn't chew the house to death while I was at work. It's quite laid back, very easy to keep, and really affectionate as well.
And for Melissa, Darcy and Montel, Spike has other rather special qualities.
When I've had a rubbish day at work, he comes to the door and he just gives me that much love and attention, and it just makes me feel a bit special.
It makes me feel happy and warm.
He's just really stupid.
Living with Bob and Margaret, retired racer Sam has a much quieter life than the dogs we've seen so far, but he's clearly loving every second of it. His pack mates are 3 cats and Henry, the rather inquisitive Tibetan Terrier. This relationship is a terrific example both of the RGT's ability to match dog and owners so well, and of greyhound's intuitive instinct to work out your lifestyle and to fit in.
A retired greyhound has a quality that we've never found in any other dog. They have such a calming influence.
We've just fallen in love with them, and they're almost spiritual.
We've described it as really swimming with dolphins. It's an experience that you just don't get anywhere else.
Nothing demonstrates that calm quality more clearly than the popularity of retired racing greyhounds as PAT, or Pets as Therapy, dogs. The therapeutic effects of animals have been used in healthcare for a lot longer than people realise, in fact for almost 2 centuries, and greyhounds are very much in demand for this work. You only have to see a greyhound in action as a PAT dog, like Dino here, to realise just how much sensitivity they have. Dino's regular visit is the highlight of Sydney's week, and he's just one of many hundreds of people who benefit from this very special bond. Of course, if it's a high-energy dog you want, that's no problem either. Kate Damon is a keen cross-country runner, and she wanted a dog that could share her hobby with her. So the RGT found her Sky, and it's been a match made in heaven. Sky has adapted his running to suit Kate, exchanging his natural speed and acceleration for long-distance stamina, and he clearly loves what is now his hobby too. Sky is also living proof that you can teach an adult dog new tricks, starting with basic training lessons, not because Sky was in any way difficult, but because Kate quickly realised that he wanted to know what was expected of him. They moved on to advanced classes and have had huge success. Sky is obviously very proud of his skills and really happy that he understands so much, and that's typical of greyhounds. They want to please you. Now, even though not everyone will aspire to the high training levels that Kate and Sky have achieved, taking a new dog to training classes is probably going to be very useful to all owners. For many people, retirement is the first opportunity to really indulge in their hobbies, and a retired racer can be the perfect companion. Now in his 70s, Derek Grimmett loves getting around and seeing new places. The actual travelling is part of his enjoyment, which has been increased hugely by the companionship he gets from his retired racing greyhound, Ty. Ty obviously brings considerable happiness into this home.
He's laid back, and we're slow because we're elderly, and he goes at our pace. He's a great companion. He's a pleasure to feed, and he's interesting and he makes us laugh.
So how does the Retired Greyhound Trust achieve these really successful matches, and what exactly does it do?